Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Michael Valitutti once again taking you behind the scenes right here in our factory. Gems on Vogue jewelry, as I've always said, has been handmade. And that means every single aspect of it is worked by craftsmen like Ken right over here. One of the most important things is setting. Can you imagine a piece of jewelry that's not set properly? Absolutely no way. We know how to do it. We've been in business for 75 years. I'm going to take you on a little demonstration to show you everything that's involved in setting a piece of jewelry. First of all, Ken's been with us here for as long as I've been here, about 35 years. Those are all the various burrs and tools that he uses, and I'll get into why that's important. And as you can see here, everything he does is completely by hand. So every stone, whether it's the smallest stone, smaller than a grain of sand, in the case of a small dime, or a big honker stone that's 1.5 inches, doesn't matter. The setting has to be done by hand. So what is setting? Basically, to summarize it, setting is holding a stone in place. There's two things that he has to do. He has to develop a seat, just like you would be sitting in a chair. So the pavilion of the stone has to sit in a mounting in what's called a seat. It's usually just a little bit of a bezel underneath the stone. The prong work, or the bezel work, is just a system of clipping the stone or compressing it and holding it against the seat. So that's exactly what you're doing. You have the stone, it sits in the seat, and that prong or the bezel just holds it into place. Now, the theory is the same, whether it's a 4-prong setting, or whether it's a micro beadwork, which is just a bunch of little beads going all the way, they work just like prong, or whether it's a bezel. A bezel is really like a continuous prong that goes all the way around the stone. The theory is the same. It's holding the stone in place. The reason that we like doing it ourselves is that we get to control the quality. We get to see it to make sure that the stones are not loose in any way whatsoever. And we can see the craftsmanship as it's being developed, develop new techniques. And this is why we've been doing this now for 75 years. And you can see the little tools that he's using right there. He uses a little vacuum machine. It vacuums the stone. He puts it into place. He burrs out the seat, which he's already done, and then he just clips it over. And this process is done over and over and over. Imagine the work. When you buy an item that's set with 50 or 60 stones, that process has to be repeated 50 and 60 times. Jewelry really is an art form. We're proud to make it. We still do it by hand. And it's people like Ken, myself, and everyone else in this factory that work very hard to make the best jewelry in the world. Because hand workmanship, there's no substitute.